every scribe which is instructed unto the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is an householder, which bringeth forth out of his treasure things new and
Diamond
old.
City thinks it's got a lock on trading
had
copper.
finished these parables, he departed thence. And when he was come into his own country, he taught them
Watch
in their
out.
synagogue.
Who there?
Saw it that they were
Caravan or
astonished, and
raider?
said, Whence hath this man this wisdom and these mighty works? Is not this the carpenter's
I'm
son?
here on my own.
Is not
Freelance,
his mother
huh?
called Mary? And his brethren, James and Joseph and Simon and Judas.
Somebody
and
has
his sisters, are they
security
not
issues.
all with us? Whence then hath this man all these things? And they were offended in him. But
I'm Meg. I'm new to the hill. For 10 caps, I can give you the tour. Nobody knows a place like me.
Stop!
Matthew 14.
Not interested.
You're lost.
Load a little heavy, Dad? I'll buy anything you don't need and sell everything you do.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
You'll find something you like. Everyone does.
For John said unto him, It is not lawful for thee to have her. And when he would have put him to death, he feared the multitude, because they counted him as a prophet. But when Herod's birthday was kept, the daughter of Herodias danced before them, and pleased Herod. Whereupon he promised with an oath to give her whatsoever she would ask. And she, being before instructed of her mother, said, Give me here John Baptist's head in a charger. And the king was sorry. Nevertheless for the oath's sake, and them which sat with him at meat, he commanded it to be given her. And he sent, and beheaded John in the prison. And his head was brought in a charger, and given to the damsel, and she brought it to her mother. And his disciples came, and took up the body, and buried it, and went and told Jesus. When Jesus heard of it, he departed thence by ship into a desert place apart. And when the people had heard thereof, they followed him on foot out of the cities. And Jesus went forth, and saw a great multitude, and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages, and buy themselves victuals. But Jesus said unto them, They need not depart, give ye them to eat. And they say unto him, We have here but 5 loaves, and 2 fishes. He said, Bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves, and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed, and brake, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were filled, and they took up of the fragments that remained 12 baskets full. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and children. And straightway Jesus
You ever see one of our
constrained his
caravans on the
disciples to get
road?
into a ship, and to go
Dies
before him
with
unto
death.
the other side,
Every
while he
time.
sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of
Never
the sea,
let your
tossed
guard
with waves,
completely
for the
down.
wind
Excuse
was
me.
contrary.
Welcome,
And in the
my
12th watch of the
friend.
night, Jesus went
Might
unto
I
them,
ask,
walking on
do
the
you
sea.
have
And
a
when the
Geiger
disciples saw him
counter?
walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It
Mine
a
is in
spirit,
the
and they
shop.
cried out for
You?
fear. But straightway
You're
Jesus
with,
spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer,
Let's
it is
say
I,
I
be not
am.
afraid.
Of course.
And Peter answered him
You've
and
just
said,
joined,
Lord, if it
so
be thou, bid me
maintain-
come unto thee on the water.
A
And he
trader
said,
always
Come.
has.
And
And
we're
when Peter
all
was come
about
down out of the ship, he
Exactly.
walked on the water
My
to go to
current-
Jesus.
I'm
But when
supposed
he saw
to-
the wind boisterous, he was
Facilitate
afraid, and beginning to
delivery.
sink,
It's
he cried,
scheduled to
saying,
be an-
Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand, and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. Then they that were in the ship
So you
came
want
and
that tour or
worshipped
not?
him, saying, Of a truth thou art the Son of God. And when they were gone over, they came into the land of Gennesaret. And when the men of that place had knowledge
I'm
of
half
him,
tempted to
they
join
sent
the
out into
railroad
all
with
that
all this
country
shit.
round about, and brought unto
I
him
don't
all that
know.
were diseased,
People gotta do
and besought
something,
him that
Dad.
they might only
When
touch
did
the hem
Bunker
of his
Hill is
garment,
like
and as
home
many as
away
touched
from
were made perfectly
Only
whole.
place caravan folk have when they go
Matthew
together.
15. Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, Why do ye also transgress the commandment of God by your tradition? For God commanded, saying, Honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. But ye say, Whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, It is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me, and honor not his father or his mother, he shall be free. Thus have ye made the commandment of God of none effect by your tradition. Ye hypocrites, well did Esaias prophesy of you, saying, This people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoureth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And he called the multitude, and said unto them, Hear, and understand. Not that which goeth into the mouth defileth the man, but that which cometh out of the mouth, this defileth the man. Then came his disciples, and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended, after they heard this saying? But he answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone, they do blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Declare unto us this parable. And Jesus said, Are ye also yet without understanding? adulteries, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man, but to eat with unwashen hands defileth not a man. Then Jesus went thence, and departed into the coasts of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out of the same coasts, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou son of David, my daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meet to take the children's bread, and to cast it to dogs. And he said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. Then Jesus departed from thence, and came nigh unto the Sea of Galilee, and went up into a mountain, and sat down there. And great multitudes came unto him, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and many others, and cast them down, and Jesus cast them into them. And saw not that the multitude wondered when they saw the dumb to speak, the maimed to behold, the lame to walk, and the blind to see. And glorified the God of Israel. And Jesus called his disciples unto him, and said, I have compassion on the multitude, because they continue with me now 3 days, and have nothing to eat, and I will not send them away fasting, lest they faint in the way. And his disciples say unto him, Whence should we have so much bread in the wilderness, as to fill so great a multitude? And Jesus saith unto them, How many loaves have ye? And they said, 7, and a few little fishes. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the ground. And he took the 7 loaves and the fishes, and gave thanks, and brake them,
Everything
and gave to
looks
his
clear.
disciples. And the
This is
disciples to the multitude, and
H222.
made volleys, and were filled.
H2.
And Jesus of the
Here's the
brody
person
that
I
was left
talked to you
7
about.
baskets full. And they that did eat were 4,000 men, beside women and children. And he sent away the multitude, and took ship, and
Nice
came
to
into
meet
the
you,
coasts
H.
of Magdala.
Another person. Remember what I
Matthew
told
16.
you. I'll fire up the signal.
The Pharisees also with the Sadducees came, and tempting desired him that he would shew them a sign from heaven. He answered and said unto them, When it is evening, ye say, It will be fair weather, for the sky is red, and in the morning, it will be foul weather
And
today, for the sky is red and
there.
lowering.
Time
O
for
ye
me to go.
hypocrites, ye can discern
Keep
the face of the
H2
sky,
safe.
but can ye not discern the signs
Someone
of the
will be
times?
here
The
shortly.
wicked and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given unto it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. And he left them, and departed. And when his disciples were come to the other side, they had forgotten to take bread. Then Jesus said unto them, Take heed and beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. And they reasoned among themselves, saying, It is because we have taken no bread. Which when Jesus perceived, he said unto them, O ye of little faith, why reason ye among yourselves, because ye have brought no bread? Do ye not yet understand, neither remember the 5 loaves of the 5,000, and how many baskets ye took up? Neither the 7 loaves of the 4,000, and how many baskets ye took up? How is it that ye do not understand that I spake it not to you concerning bread, that ye should beware of the leaven of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees? And understood they how that he bade them not beware of the leaven of bread, but of the doctrine of the Pharisees and of the Sadducees. When Jesus came into the coasts of Caesarea Philippi, he asked
Easy
his
there.
disciples, saying,
Don't
Who
shoot.
do men say
Whisper.
that I, the Son of Man,
Right?
am?
And my man
And they
Deacon.
said, Some
Still
say
with
that
the
thou art
same
John
old
the Baptist,
face?
some
What?
Elias, and
It's been
others
3 whole
Jeremias, or
months.
one of the
You're
prophets.
getting slow.
He saith
I keep
unto
meaning
them,
to go to
Who
the
say
face
ye
doctor,
that I am?
but who
And
has the
Simon
time?
Peter answered and
Right?
said, Thou art the Christ, the Son of the living
Do you have a
God.
Geiger
And
counter?
Jesus answered and said unto him, Blessed art thou, Simon Bar-Jonah, for flesh
Right
and blood
you
hath
are.
not revealed it unto
Now.
thee, but my Father which is in
Hey,
heaven.
you.
And
A
I say
little
also
rattled.
unto thee that
Told
thou
you
art
right,
Peter,
H2.
and
Oh,
upon this
listen.
rock I will build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it.
More
And I will
raiders?
give unto
You
thee the
headquarter
keys of the
heading.
kingdom of
You
heaven,
need to get to
and whatsoever
Ticonderoga
thou shalt
safely.
bind on
A
earth
lot of
shall
sense,
be
right?
bound in heaven, and whatsoever thou shalt loose on earth shall be loosed in
Nice
heaven.
that you're willing to...
Yeah.
And charged he his disciples
I'll lead
that
the
they
way.
should tell no man that he was Jesus the Christ. From that time forth began Jesus to shew unto his disciples how that he must go unto Jerusalem, and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed, and be raised again the 3rd day. Then Peter took him, and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from me, Lord, this shall not be unto thee. But he turned, and said unto Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan, thou art an offense unto me, for thou sawest not the things that be of God, but those that be of men. Then said Jesus unto his disciples, If any man will come after me, let him deny himself, and take up his cross, and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for his sake shall find it. For what is a man profited, if he shall gain the whole
Safe,
world,
H2?
and lose his own soul?
You gotta keep
Or what
moving.
shall a man give in exchange for his soul? For the Son of Man
You
shall
want
come in
H2?
the glory of
You
his
gotta
Father
go
and
through me
angels,
first.
and then he shall reward every man according to his works. Then there be some standing here which shall not taste of death, till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Matthew 17. And after 6 days Jesus taketh Peter, James, and John his brother, and bringeth them come up into an high mountain apart, and was transfigured before them, and his face did shine as the sun, and was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moses and Elias talking with him. Then answered Peter, and said unto Jesus, Lord, it is good for us to be here. If thou wilt, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moses, and one for Elias. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold a voice out of the cloud, which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased, hear ye him. And when the disciples heard it, they fell on their face, and were sore afraid. And Jesus came, and touched them, and said, Arise, and be not afraid. And when they had lifted up their eyes, they saw no man save Jesus. And as they came down from the mountain, Jesus charged them, saying, Tell them to do no man unto the Son of Man, who is again from the dead. And his disciples asked him, saying, Why then seest thou?
New business model. You team up with a mortuary. You see where I'm going with this, right? Go ahead. The trick to the end.
Likewise shall also the Son of Man suffer of them. Then the disciples understood that he spake unto them of John the Baptist. And when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him, and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic, and sore vexed, for ofttimes he falleth into the fire, and oft into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they did not deliver him. And Jesus answered and said,
Say phase 2.
How long shall I
We gotta keep moving.
How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And Jesus rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples to Jesus apart, and said, Why could not we cast him out? And Jesus said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard, see, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Howbeit this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting. And while they abode in Galilee, Jesus said unto them, The Son of Man shall be betrayed into the hands of men, and they shall kill him, and the 3rd day he shall be raised again. And they were exceeding sorry. And when they were come to Capernaum, they that received tribute money came to Peter, and said, Doth not your master pay tribute? He saith, Yes. And when he was come into the house, Jesus prevented him, saying, What thinkest thou, Simon? Of whom do the kings of the earth take custom or tribute? Of their own children, or of strangers? Peter saith unto him, Of strangers. Jesus saith unto him, Then are the
Hi,
children
Roz.
free.
And we're here. All in the night's work for you agent types.
Just part of the service.
I think I'm gonna like you. You ever need grub? And Deacon. Deacon may be
Matthew 18. At the same time came the disciples unto Jesus, saying, Who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Jesus called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, Verily I say unto you, except ye be converted, and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. Whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven. And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me. But whoso shall offend one of these little ones which believe in me, it were better for him that a millstone were hanged about his neck, and that he were drowned in the depth of the sea. Woe unto the world, because of offenses. For it must needs be that offenses come, but woe to that man by whom the offense cometh. Wherefore if thy hand or thy foot offend thee, cut them off, and cast them from thee. It is better for thee to enter into life, all, or me, rather than having 2 hands or 2 feet to be cast
Hancock
into
turns a
everlasting
blind
fire.
eye to our
And if thine
activities.
eye offend thee,
Makes
pluck
good
it out,
neighbor
and
a great
cast it
place
from
to
thee. It is better for thee to enter into life with 1 eye, rather than having 2 eyes to be cast into hell fire. Take heed that ye despise not one of these little ones, for I say unto you, that in heaven their angels do always behold the face of my Father, which is in heaven. For the Son of Man is come to save that which was lost. How think ye? If a man have 100 sheep, and one of them be gone astray,
I heard
doth he
you
not
all
leave
that
the 90
freedom
at night,
thing.
and goeth into the mountains, and seeketh that which is gone astray?
History
And if
buff.
so be that he find
How's my
it,
little
verily,
scout
I say
doing?
unto you, he
You find out what's
rejoiceth more
happening
of
at
that sheep
Pickman
than of the
Gallery?
99 which went not astray. Even so it is not the will of
Oh,
your Father
God,
which
it
is in
will.
heaven, that one of these
Seriously?
little
I'll
ones
put the
should
word out
perish.
to him.
Right?
Good work.
Moreover, if thy
You
brother
ended
shall
up in the
trespass
abyss.
against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee
A
and
new
him alone.
player
If he
in
shall
the
hear
game.
thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Pawn.
But if he will not
Welcome
hear
to
thee,
our
then take
fun
with thee
and
1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican. Verily I say unto you, whatsoever ye shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whatsoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven. Again I say unto you, that if 2 of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father, which is in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together
sticking
in my
around,
name, there
maybe
am I in
join
the
the
midst of
group.
them. Then Then came Peter to him and said, Lord, how oft shall my brother sin against me, and I forgive him? Till 7 times. Jesus saith unto him, I say not unto thee until 7 times, but until 70 times 7. Therefore is the kingdom of heaven likened unto a certain king, which would take account of his servants. And when he had begun to reckon, one was brought unto him, who owed him 10,000 talents. But forasmuch as he had not to pay, his lord commanded him to be sold.
I'll take a look. Sure.
Purchase of Orion.
The servant therefore fell down and worshipped him, saying, Lord, have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Then the lord of that servant was moved with compassion, and loosed him, and forgave him the debt. But the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence, and he laid hands on him, and took him by the throat, saying, Pay me, that thou hast. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet, and besought him, saying, Have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. And he would not, but went and cast him into prison, till he should pay the debt. So when his fellow servants saw what was done, they were very sorry, and came and told unto their lord all that was done. And his lord, after that he had called him, said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgave thee all that debt, because thou decidest me. Shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? And his lord was wroth, and delivered him to the tormentors, till he should pay all that was due unto him. So likewise
Got any
shall
work?
my heavenly
I do,
Father
actually.
also unto you,
Super
if ye
neat.
from your hearts
You
forgive
get
not
both.
every one his brother their
You got a
trespasses.
deal, Daisy.
Thanks.
Matthew 19.
Hmm.
And it came to pass that when Jesus had finished these sayings, he departed from Galilee, and came into the coasts of Judea beyond Jordan. And great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, Is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause? And he answered and said unto
Daisy.
them, Have ye not
If you
read that
hit
he which
upon
made them at the
something,
beginning
don't
made them
bother
male and
telling me.
female?
Let's see
And
what you
said,
have.
For this cause
Everything's
shall a man leave
guaranteed to
father
last.
and mother, and shall
And if
cleave
it
to his
doesn't,
wife, and they twain shall be one flesh. Wherefore they are no more twain, but one flesh. What therefore God hath joined together, let not man put asunder. They say unto him, Why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement, and to put her away? He saith unto them, Moses because of the hardness of your hearts suffered you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication, and shall marry another, committeth adultery, and whoso marrieth her which is put away doth commit adultery. His disciples say unto him, If the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry. But he said unto them, All men cannot receive this, saying, Save they to whom it is given. For there are some eunuchs which were so born from their mother's womb, and there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men, and there be eunuchs which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. Then were there brought unto him little children, that he should put his hands on them,
crap.
and pray. And
I went back 15 minutes.
But Jesus said, Suffer little children, and forbid them not to come unto me, for of such is the kingdom of heaven. And he laid his hands on them, and departed thence. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do, that I may have eternal life? And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is God. But if